What's up, guys? It's Fat Leo, and this right here is the PCL Season 3, Season 4 Team Summary. Draft recap, whatever you want to call it. And if you hear some music in the background, there's some Metal Gear music playing that I don't want to turn off because I like it, so it's gonna stay. And let's begin. So, a little bit of an overview of the league. PCL, I played in Seasons 1, 2, and 3. Season 1 I didn't try very hard, so I was 3 and 5. I really didn't care. Season 2 I won. Season 3 I was in the semifinal and I choked against ZHO-WOW. Had the game and I blew it. And ZHO-WOW ended up winning, so I want to take revenge on ZHO-WOW. Current record against him is 3 and 2 in my favor, so that's pretty good. I want to play him again. I want to play him in the semifinal. I played him in Season 2 semifinal and Season 3 semifinal, so it's pretty cool. Additionally, I am done choking, like I said in my other videos, so yeah. Also, Arvin is back. Arvin, my record against Arvin is, I think 0-3. Something like that. And Raph is here too, who I'm 0-4 against, though I would have had a win last time. I'm sure of it if I wasn't making funny plays. If I actually took it seriously, I was completely killing him at the start. So I'm not so concerned about you, Raph. I know I'll take you here, so don't even. Though Raph doesn't even watch this, but anyway, I'm not concerned with Raph. I'll take him. Arvin, it's gonna be cool to play. So, Draft order was randomized, and I got second pick, which is amazing. And the whole time, before the draft, I was hyping up Magirna. Originally, Magirna was banned, but I got him to put it to a vote, and Magirna was voted to be in for 20 points, and that's the most any mon's worth. Kieran Black and Magirna are 20 points. Lando-wise, 19. And the way this works is 100 points. You have 100 points to spend on 10 picks, and Mega Pokemon are worth no points. However, if you get a weaker Mega, you get additional points, a certain amount of points. For example, Mega Camerupt is +8, Mega Blastoise is +2, Mega Gallade is +4, and so on. Mega, I don't know, Altaria is +0, so just no points, nothing. So with second pick, I was like, alright, I feel pretty good about getting Lando, because I want Lando. Whenever I don't use Lando, I just feel like my team is worse, and I play worse, so Lando's like the glue for me. If there's no Lando on a Slindy team, or a Fat Leo team, or a David team, or whatever you want to call me, it's no David team. So I felt pretty good because there was only one person that could possibly snipe my Lando pick, so I felt good about it, but I wasn't content. So I decided to start hyping up Magirna. I got it to go to a vote for us to allow Magirna. Magirna got allowed, and the original plan was, and I told everyone I wanted Magirna. I'm like, let's get Magirna. I'm like, I want Magirna. I told them about how in another draft I got sniped Magirna, and then as a result I drafted Mono Fire, and then as a result I quit. And I think everyone was convinced that I wanted Magirna. So, just to be safe, I wanted to hype up Magirna so that the first guy would pick Magirna over Lando-I. Just to be perfectly safe. I never intended on getting Magirna at all. As you can see, it's my second pick, but I did not intend to grab it at all. So, we have 12 guys here. I was second pick. First guy ended up just getting Mew, so not Magirna or Lando. I was like, okay, cool, no worries. I didn't even have to do anything. But I really wanted Lando. So anyway, pick Lando. I mean, you know the deal about Lando. He can be special or physical, but he's a lot better as a special attacker. Earth Power, Sludge Wave. What else do you get? Earth Power, Sludge Wave, Psychic, Grass Knot. Psychic? Does he even get Psychic actually? He does. I don't know, what else do you get? Extra Sensory, Focus Blast, Knock, at Rage, Rock Polish, Rock Slide, Rocks, Edge, U-Turn of course, Superpower, gives Brutal Swing, that's new, that's cool. Iron Tail, in case you need it. So yeah, I mean, you know the deal with Lando, and obviously I will be running Sheer Force at least most of the time. Nickname Blackbeard, because he's back. This team, the Blackbeard and Scolipede core will will win a title. The remains of my PBA Season 3 team that I absolutely should have won will win a title. They will. I promise they will win a title. At least some of the members of the team. Second, this is a bit of a story. I picked this, Magirna, 23rd overall. So I had second pick, so I had almost the wheel pick for the next round, right? So first pick was Mew, second pick was Lando. And then it went down to everybody. And then it went back up. So nobody picked Magirna the first round. And then the second round, nobody before me picked Magirna. So that means 10 guys in the second round had a chance to pick Magirna, and none of them did. Nobody picked Magirna in the second round, and 10 guys could have. 10 guys could have done it, so I'm like, okay, I mean, if you're gonna leave Magirna for me, I'll take it, sure. I had absolutely no intention of getting him. Magirna was not in my draft plans. My second pick, I think, was gonna be Raikou, maybe? 'Cause I plan to get Raikou at some point. I mean, I had about 15, 20, 30, 40 different draft plans. I've switched up the entire team in the plan a bunch of times, so Magirna's up. So I'm like, okay, fine, I mean, I'll take it. Which reminds me of a very similar situation. In Season 2, I picked something first. I don't know, like Weavile probably. Because I remember I had Weavile, Landoi, Charizard, Y. So I had Weavile first, and Landoi, I'm like, guys, I'm not getting Landoi this time. I don't care. I don't intend to get Landoi. And then, you know, the 6th round comes around, and Lando's still there, and I'm like, okay, you know, if you're gonna give it to me 6th round, I'll take it. If you want me to grab Lando in the 6th round, alright, I'll grab it in the 6th round. So, 6th round comes around, and I grab Landoi. Awesome. And then, I got Charizard Y in the last round. So I got Charizard Y in the last round, Landoi in the 6th. I think Weavile I got first overall. But yeah, I won that one, so I wonder if maybe this weird thing can repeat itself. Granted, I didn't get these two as late as last time, but Magirna at the end of the second round is still quite late, so it's a similar situation. Why did I get Magirna? Honestly, I just got Magirna because I don't know, it's apparently good. Like, I'm talking to a bunch of guys in the chat, and I'm like, from what I see, Magirna doesn't look that amazing. It looks good, really good for sure. Not 20-point worthy to me, but I think the key is Soul Heart, and that's what I told him. I'm like, the only thing that makes it seem so good to me is the ability Soul Heart, which raises your special attack 1 if I'm on Fates. So that's the only thing for me, and I'm like, okay, like it's good for sure. Doesn't seem that good to me. And they're like, yeah, it's got great typing, it's bulky, it's got good coverage, which it does. Aura Sphere, Dazzling Gleam, Energy Ball, Grass Knot, even gets Iron Head, Flash Cannon, Focus Blast, Shadow Ball, Thunderbolt, Volt Switch. It gets Thunder Wave, Shift Gear, Gyro Ball's pretty cool, Gear Up, whatever that does. More power the slower the user than the target is. Oh wait, that's Gyro Ball. What's Gear Up? Raises attack, special attack of allies with, where was it? Allies with plus minus ability by 1. So that doesn't mean much. Again, I'm looking at this and it doesn't look that amazing. It's got Trick Room. So it looks good, but not that amazing. But apparently it is. So I'm like, okay, let's try it. Let's see what Magirna is about. And you've got Scolipede, which I've got a bunch of times. Charles Vane is back. He's back from the original Season 3 team. Charles Vane makes his return. Mega Horn, Earthquake, Aqua Tail, Rock Slide, Poison Jab, X-Scissor, Bug Bite. I think that's it. Iron Tail, Swords Dance, Toxic Spikes, Baton Pass, and finally Speed Boost. That's what this Pokemon is about. It's pretty fast, 112 with Speed Boost. I almost always run Adamant, 100 attack, which doesn't seem amazing, but if you run Adamant, Life Orb, Mega Horns, do a lot of damage. Next, we've got Quiet, new member, new league, new season, or not new league, but new season, new member, new Pokemon. Got Quiet, the overgrowth thing, what's it called, the ZHO-WOW, and this one is pretty cool. I drafted for two reasons. It's a spin blocker, and it's a hazard remover, and you'll see why the hazard removing is important for me. But I also got him. I also got a fourth. You see that I got it over Alakazam. And Alakazam may be better and maybe would would go faster than Decidueye. Maybe Decidueye would last longer, but I really needed a good spin blocker and a good hazard remover, like a really reliable one. So I prioritized that over Alakazam. Alakazam I could have replaced with maybe what's it called? With Reuniclus, so that wouldn't really have been, that wasn't necessarily a problem. Like, I had a lot of, I really planned for this draft. I planned really well. My plans switched a bunch of times, but that's just because there were a lot of things I was considering, and I was just looking for every way to make my team better. And since we're playing in since we were like drafting with a 100-point system, and you can get however many mons you want, from whatever tier, whatever point values. It's not like GBA where you have to satisfy a certain structure for the team. For this, you just spend your points however you like. So Quiet I think was worth 10, Charles Vane was worth 14 I think, Paz was worth 20, Blackbeard was worth 19. So I spent quite a bit on these early picks. But this Pokemon, man, I have not used it, but the stats are pretty good. If you see that, 78 HP. Which isn't great, but 78 HP it's not bad at all. Attack 107, nice. Special attack 100. Individually, those two stats are not amazing, but if you look at it, they're 107 attack, 100 special attack, so you can go from both sides. So it's really hard to prep for. You see the defense is bad, 75. Special defense pretty good at 100, so it can be a pretty solid special wall, and even in the right matchup, it can be a physical wall. Speed 70, which is bad for an offensive Pokemon, but it's not bad for a wall and for a hazard remover. So, yeah, pretty cool. Only like the biggest problem, I guess, is that it's easily-ish pursuit trapped because of the low defense. So, and not the highest HP. So, you know, but it's a ghost type, so like it's gonna be vulnerable to pursuit anyway. So, now if you look at the moves, this is the important part. This is why this Pokemon is so good. We got Acrobatics, Baton Pass, Brave Bird, Defog, Energy Ball, Facade, Frustration, Grass Knot, Haze. Man, I didn't even know it got Haze. It gets Leaf Blade, Light Screen, Nasty Plot, Protect, Return, Roost, Shadow Ball, Shadow Claw, Spirit Shackle, Sucker Punch, Sword Stance, Synthesis, U-Turn. Like, I'd argue that this Pokemon is worth more than 10 points. It's really good, really versatile. It gets Feather Dance, lowers the opponent's attack by 2, which could factor into it being a physical wall. Frenzy Plan's pretty cool, I love that move. Used Specs Frenzy Plan Chestnut once. Grass Pledge, you know, whatever, doesn't matter. Low Sweep, Leafage. Didn't even know that was a move. Ominous Wind, I don't know, maybe that'll be useful. Sunny Day, pretty cool. Work Up, to set up both sides, Work Up, Roost, Shadow Ball, Energy Ball, I don't know, that would seem pretty cool, though then I'd run Nasty Plot. Anyway, yeah, it's a versatile as hell mon and a reliable hazard remover, so that's why I drafted him. Next we've got Revolver Ocelot, the Alakazam, and I've drafted Alakazam once or twice. I think once I dropped him almost immediately, pretty soon after I drafted him. So yeah, I've used Alakazam a few times. I had him on that garbage team I had for Best Friend Safari, and I had him on my Season 4 team, or my Season 3 PCL team, I think. And I dropped him pretty quickly. I think that was the case. Maybe I had him in Season 2. I don't remember, but I had him at some point in this league, but not for very long, I don't think. What does this Pokemon do? This Pokemon outspeeds a bunch of other Pokemon at 120 and has 135 special attack. Now, what's important to consider is, though it's frail as hell from the physical side, it can be a special wall in the right matchup. With 95 special defense, it's not terrible. 55 HP is terrible. However, in the right matchup, to maybe wall one specific mon or two specific mons, it can work. Because of a solid special attack set and reliable recovery in recover. Other than that, it's got, Calm Mind, Dazzling Gleam, Disable, Encore, Energy Ball, Focus Blast, Foul Play, Grass Knock, Magic Cult, Light Scream, Psychic, Seismic Toss, didn't know that, Shadow Ball, Signal Beam, Taunt, Thunder Wave, Toxic, Trick, Counter, apparently, I didn't know that, Gravity, Guard Split, Guard Swap, all those weird psychic moves that I don't really know the meaning of. Kinesis. That's lowers target attack spell one. Alright, cool. Magic Room. Ran that once. Miracle Eye. It's pretty cool. Natural Gift. Probably won't be useful. And then you have Psycho Shift, Psych Up, Power Trick, all those weird moves. So, best revenge killer in the game, maybe, because of Magic Guard. So, just come in with a sash and bop whatever. Set up, not a deterrent really, but it can prevent setup sweeps, and very cool. Next we've got Kazuhira Miller, my favorite character in Metal Gear. So, other than Big Boss, of course. Can't say Snake because I haven't played 2. I haven't played Metal Gear Solid 2. I've played 1 and I've played 4, but I played 4. Quite a few years ago, and it was the first one I've played, so I didn't really understand. I think 4 is the first Metal Gear I've played, so I can't say that Snake is or isn't my favorite. So far I've played every other game. Miller is my favorite, Kazuhira Miller, and got this guy for Rapid Spin. It's gonna be pretty important. You will again see why. Wanted a reliable spinner. This Pokemon is powerful. 120 attack, I think, and 87 speed, which is alright. My speed tiers are pretty good. You will see that. Pretty good. Not absolutely amazing. Pretty good. 120 attack, right? So we got close combats, knockoffs, bullet punch, blaze kick, poison jab, Mach Punch, I don't know if I said that, Stone Edge, Super Power, which probably will be useful, Sucker Punch, Bounce, Counter. Pokemon's also got a good special defense stat, so I can maybe run Assault Vest or something. Yeah, that's pretty good mon, honestly. Rapid Spin, though he is spin blockable. Almost every Rapid Spinner can be comfortably spin blocked. I think the only ones that can't really get comfortably spin blocked by the usual Ghost are like Starmie and Mega Blastoise, and that's because they're special, and Ghosts tend to be a lot more physically bulky, so Starmie and Mega Blastoise can take better advantage of them. But of course, any spinner can get blocked, which is why I have a Defogger in addition, and you will see this is incredibly important. I have 3 hazard removers on this team. Spoilers, 4 actually, if you count this one that I will never bring as a hazard remover, probably. So, yeah, pretty cool. He's got Reckless and Unburden as his 2 good abilities. Scarf, Reckless, High Jump Kicks are going to do a hell of a lot of damage from Adamant and a 120 attack. Unburden for some sweeps. Maybe I'll use up, a berry or something. Maybe like Lietchi Berry. Endure Lietchi Berry. Get some nice damage off. Yeah, that's that. That's Hitmonlee. Spinner, an okay speed stat. No, it's not good by any sense, but it isn't like a slow Pokemon. So, there you go, Hitmonlee. Next, we've got our next picks. Right here. Next one was Mega Charizard X. Named him Venom Snake, because Metal Gear Solid 5, spoilers, kidding, I'm not spoiling anything here. Venom Snake, pretty cool. At this point I was deciding between 5 Megas. I had 5 different draft plans, 5 different picks. So at the end you see Chico, Chopper, Young Leo. Those 3 picks could have changed depending on my Mega. Code Talker was always going to be the same. I was always going to pick him. But at this point, I had to pick my Mega, I think, because I try to get my Mega as late as possible so that if one gets sniped, I can always just get another one and just go with a different plan. So I tried to make with the typings I had that I still wanted to cover, I had 5 Megas I could have picked from. So I was thinking about Charizard X. That was my original plan. Charizard X is my original plan. I think. No, that doesn't make sense. Mega Camera was my original plan, but that was a while ago. I scrapped that a while ago. So Charizard X was my second, wasn't like my new original plan. And then I was thinking Mega Slowbro, because this team turned into like into a really hyper offensive team. So I was like, all right, if I can add Slowbro, I can put some balance in here. I'm not gonna need that much speed. Could have a good team, really offensive, but with some defensive stability as well. Then I was thinking Mega Manectric, because my electric type was going to be Manectric, who's pretty slow and not too strong. Like, he's not slow, he's 105, but you know, they're faster electric types, so those three, and then I was like, alright, hold on. Manectric and Slowbro are special attackers, and my team is loaded with special attackers. I want some more physical offense, because you see my team, you have Lando I and Magearna, and although Lando can be physical, anytime I've ever run physical Lando, it's been disappointing. Magearna is a special attacker. It can be physical, but again, like Lando I and Magearna are mostly special attackers. Scolipede, killer physical attacker, amazing. Decidueye, again, I don't want to rely on Decidueye for offense because it's slow, 70. So then you have Alakazam, special attacker once again. Hitmonlee, physical attacker, but again, it's slow for an offensive Pokemon. It's slow, so it's not slow in general, I guess. It outspeeds a lot of things, but for like a sweeper and a mon that just really wants to destroy everything, it's slow. It's a little slow. So I only have Scolipede as a killer physical offensive threat, and Manectric and Slowbro are both special attackers. So I was like, meh. So I'm like, alright, I'll get Gallade. Maybe I'll get Gallade. And I was like, no. I didn't have enough time because I didn't want Gallade and Alakazam, so I wanted to change Alakazam, but there wasn't enough time. I already drafted Alakazam, so I'm like, alright, I won't do that. I was gonna get Altaria, Mega Altaria, because I saw it was free. On the sheet it was free, but somebody had already drafted it, so Mega Altaria wasn't free. So I'm like, alright, I don't have time for this. It was my turn to pick. Let's just go back to the original plan and get Mega Charizard X. So that's what I did. I got Mega Charizard X, and yeah, pretty cool mon. Physically bulky, 110 defense, 78 HP. So while it isn't super fat, it's pretty fat. It's good. So you know, Dragon Dance, Dragon Claw, Fire Punch, Flare Blitz, Roost, Earthquake. Rock Slide, Sub, Tailwind, Willow, Toxic. It could also be used as a special attack because it has a shocking 130 special attack. I can't believe that. So, I don't know, I can run Agility, right? Agility? Oh, it doesn't get Agility. But I can run Special D-Dance. Let's go Dragon Dance. Oops. Dragon Dance. I don't know. Flamethrower. Energy Ball? No. I don't know, what else did I get? Dragon Pulse for sure. I don't know, let's see. Special. Blast Burn. Yeah, I mean, his special coverage isn't great. You'd probably want to throw on a Hidden Power there, I guess. Gets Ominous Wind, which isn't bad. Yeah, Hidden Power, maybe Air Slash, I guess. Though it's not Stab, so it wouldn't really matter. But, yeah, I mean, that's Charizard, you know, Tough Claws. Just basically kills everything. So now I have Magearna, Lando, and Charizard X. That's some power right there. And honestly, each of them could go physical or special. Lando and Magearna preferred special. Charizard preferred physical, but they could. All three of them could go special. And yeah, so I couldn't pick my Mega any later because most of my remaining picks depended on which Mega I got. So if I picked, for example, this dude, Ambipom, now and somebody took Charizard X, then I would have been screwed because Ambipom does not fit in the plan for anyone else, and it's the same for Wartortle and same for Chopper. So I had to pick my Mega now and get the lower picks later. So next, Code Talker. One of the few Pokemon in my draft that didn't, in my original draft plan, like very first draft plan, that did not change at all. Let me tell you who actually changed. So just about everybody. Lando was there. Scolipede was there. Yeah, those are the only two Pokemon that were on my original draft plan: Lando, Scolipede, and oh crap! No, no, no! Oh man. You know what? Whatever. I don't know if you noticed what happened there, but I don't care. So yeah, so one of three Pokemon that I had on my original draft plan and that remained till the end. So yeah, there you go. Code Talker, 120 speed def, 60 HP, 90 attack. Stats are alright, you know. Gets Stealth Rock, Sucker Punch, Shadow Sneak. He gets like gets a lot of really good coverage. Toxic Trick. Pretty awesome coverage. So Natural Gift could be good. Skill Swap gets Trick Room, Work Up, Wonder Room. So Thief. He gets a lot of those like gimmicky moves. It's pretty cool. Yeah, that's that. Got him as a special wall. Not sure how effective it'll be at 120 speed def and 60 HP. We'll see. We'll see. Next we got Chico, who is my Ambipom, and this Pokemon I got for one reason, and that is he's fast. 115 speed, and since this is a really offensive team, I want to have that speed. So my highest base stat for speed is 120, which isn't that amazing for hyper offense. But if you think about it, I have Scolipede, who gets basically free speed boost. 1 Protect, and Scolipede is essentially, you know, it's faster than Scarf 112s, so, or in speed ties with Scarf 112s. So, like, my speed is 120 plus, because without even putting a Scarf on, I can get some really fast Pokemon. So, I think I'm okay in that department, but I still wanted to shore up my speed when I have a really fast team. So, Chico, you know, he's here. Honestly, he moves. You know, he's got amazing coverage. I just saw Pursuit there, which I didn't know he had. U-turn, Thunder Punch, Taunt, Switcheroo, 100 attack, so he's not bad at all. Knock, Low Kick, Nasty Plot actually, Baton Pass, Foul Play, Fire Punch, Fake Out, Break, Double Edge, Body Slam, Acrobatics. He also gets Last Resort, counter apparently as well. So yeah, he gets Last Resort, which is pretty cool. I'm wondering if you can just run just Last Resort. Maybe that's possible. Like a Z-move Last Resort, or a Scarf Last Resort or something. So you have the Z-move for 200 power, and then the rest is still following up with Last Resorts. So that's that. Another returning member, along with my Code Talker, who I think I dropped eventually, yeah. So another returning Season 3 member is Chopper, the Raichu. You know what it does. It's an electric type, so it uses electric moves. It has some good coverage with Extreme Speed, Surf, Grass Knot. I think he gets those moves. Yeah. Knock Off, Nuzzle again, pretty simple. Thunder Wave, Wild Charge, Volt Tackle. Counter, apparently, like my whole team gets counter and I didn't even know. Endeavor, Endure. Heart Stamp, which is pretty cool. I didn't know. Actually, I just found that out today. Iron Tail, Magna Rise, Lucky Chant, Mimic. You know, nice gimmicky move. Sweet Kiss, maybe that'll be good. Thief. Yawn. Oh man, the word yawn is contagious. That was a real yawn. 90 special attack, which is not good. You know. 90 attack, which is not good, but it can go both sides. Raichu can go both sides. At least that's a good thing. Speed is 110, pretty good. Like Manectric got sniped here, but I mean I don't really care. I had a hard time deciding between Manectric and Raichu anyways, so I just don't care. Whatever's there, I'll grab. So I got Raichu. Gets Lightning Rod, nice electric immunity, and yeah, at this point I was only left with 1 point, and I was like, okay, I want to grab this dude. I've always wanted to grab young Leo. Never been able to. Or I've been able to, but I've just never done it. You know, it's never happened. Ever since I think summer of 2015, so that's a year and a half now. I've wanted to draft young Leo, and just never happened. So essentially, it's just like Blastoise, Aquajet Aura Sphere, Surf, Dark Pulse, Dragon Pulse. He gets Torrent Reindeer, so he doesn't get the Mega Launcher ability the Mega Blastoise does, but you know, whatever. Haze, Roar. Does he get Roar actually? He might not. Yeah, he doesn't get Roar. That's not good. But he gets Haze, so that's acceptable. Gyro Ball, Fake Out, you know, Seismic Toss, pretty cool. Surf, Toxic, Aqua Ring, and most importantly, Rapid Spin. To support Mega Charizard X. And Blastoise is one of my favorite mons, so young Leo for 1 point, pretty good. Defenses suck, yes, but I mean it's 80, like 60-80 is not bad. And when you put an Eevee Light on, it becomes a proper wall. No recovery, you know, like Resto Chest or anything, but it's okay, you know, it's worth 1 point, so I don't mind. The rest of my team looks pretty good. I think I like it. I drafted a really cool team that I like, so yeah, that's that. And as you can see, I've got like one Decidueye. I have like Decidueye, Wartortle, and Kecleon that are like my walls. So really offensive team. Charizard X can be bulky, Magearna can be bulky, Lando can be bulky, but overall it's not a defensive team at all, which I'm totally okay with. I don't really care. So yeah, that's that, guys. That's my team. Hopefully Lando, Magearna, and Charizard X put in work. I'm just talking about those three like they're the big three, like Scolipede isn't even a thing, but goddamn it is. Oh, forgot to mention, 2 Z moves. 2 Pokemon are allowed to use Z moves in this, so we have to specify which ones they are pre-draft, or not pre-draft, but like after the draft ends. So one of mine is going to be Magearna, and the second I'm thinking it's gonna be Ambipom, but I may make it Hitmonlee so I'm not spin blockable, because 140 Dark move, which I think his Dark Z move caps out at, is gonna do a lot, and then followed by a knockoff. It's gonna do quite a bit of damage. Maybe so if I catch the spin blocker on the prediction, so I'm thinking it's between Hitmonlee, Scolipede, and Ambipom for my next Zmon. We'll see. Scolipede, because Scolipede can take mons out. However, Life Orb is pretty good on it. Lum as well. Focus Sash. So I don't know about that. I don't know how often I'd be using a Z move on it. Ambipom, because Ambipom gets like every coverage move, so it's just cool to have. Honestly, it's probably going to go between Hitmonlee and Ambipom. I've not decided yet. It's going to be one of the two. Probably Hitmonlee. But it could, you know, one of the two. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. See you next week when I play whoever I play. I don't know. Somebody in my division. Fat Leo out.